Hello there everybody, my name is Jaredude here today with a video to do a bit of a Q&A. It's been almost a couple of months since I've done one, and since my previous one, Titanfall 2, has released, so I figured, well, let's answer some more questions. I usually like to let you guys know here on YouTube when I'm going to do one, so you can leave me some questions. Did not do that this time, I know, so if you have any questions for my next Q&A, which I think I'll do in about 3 or 4 weeks, I want to try to do these more often, about once a month or so, and I'll be sure to answer them there. So with that said, I do have some questions though from Twitter and Facebook, so I'll be answering them today. Starting with Big Meme at Dank Origin, he asks, how do you feel about Jack Cooper and his running mate BT7274 and their energy reform policies? Now listen here, I've been a true skeptic of really a lot of their policies in general, but upon further evaluation and consulting with my team, I've come to the decision that they would have been the best choice in the election. Obviously, Trump has now officially won. He is going to be the president in January, and I wish I'd spoken up sooner, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say. I think Jack Cooper and BT, not only with their energy reform policies, but with their overall demeanor and rhetoric, they could have really brought America to the next level, you know? Silver Chambers, which Titanfall do you like better? I have really thought about this quite a lot, and I still think it's a little bit too early to make a definitive decision, but as of right now, I think it's gotta be Titanfall 2. In my opinion, Titanfall 2, and I made a full video discussing my opinions. If you missed that, it's on my channel, but I think it's what Titanfall 1 was supposed to be, what Respawn wanted to make, but due to time constraints, I guess, they rushed the game a little bit, and we ended up getting Titanfall 1. Absolutely fantastic game, but I think Titanfall 2 just builds upon what they did in the first game and just adds more to it, and because of that, I think Titanfall 2 is better. But as I did say, I still think we need to take some time to actually evaluate the game and see what happens in the future, see what kind of changes are made in terms of patches and updates, see what's going to be happening with DLC, and maybe in a few months from now will be a more appropriate time to make a proper decision. ZayTK, what Titan do you like best? I still think it's gotta be Scorch. I have been giving Tone a bit more of a chance recently, as it is probably the most powerful, I would say, at this point. I see it most commonly. It's definitely not a secret that Tone is absolutely fantastic. Legion, of course, very good as well. But I think it's still Scorch. I really do play quite a bit of Bounty Hunt and Attrition, which is really great for Scorch in terms of killing enemy AI. And on top of that, I've just gotten used to playing with Scorch in terms of Titan-on-Titan combat. Definitely the weakest point of Scorch, and the biggest argument against him is that in 2v1 or more situations, he's just absolutely abysmal. In 1v1 situations, I mean, I can handle it, I think most people can, but yeah, just more than one enemy Titan, if you're going head-on with them, you're pretty much going to lose every time. But yeah, I still do really like Scorch as of now. Justin Cumming at Justin Cumming 35 asks, what is your favorite ability, map, weapon, boost? Answering in the order he asked, for ability, tactical ability for pilots, oh, it's got to be Grapple. I've been using Grapple so much, pretty much exclusively for the first week or so. I have since ventured out a little bit more, and I've been using Phase Shift a little bit, and then even Stim I was using quite a bit as well, but it's still Grapple. I've really gotten used to it, I suppose, and when not using it, I feel like I'm at a disadvantage, which I don't think is the truth. I think that all of the tactical abilities are balanced fairly well, but I've just gotten so used. My playstyle has really started to revolve around use of the Grapple, so that's definitely my favorite as of right now. For my favorite map, I think it's got to be Eden. I absolutely adore the color palette of the map, which is very similar to Forward-Based Kodai, which I also really do enjoy the map as well. But in terms of actual design of Eden, I like how accessible it is for close quarter combat, and I think that's definitely my biggest reason for liking it. It does have some decent lanes for Titans as well. I think it's a really balanced map. It reminds me of what a Titanfall map should be, or well, I don't know about that quote, but I like it a lot, and I think Eden, it's topping my list as of now. But I also do like Complex quite a lot as well, and Forward-Based Kodai. I think those are my top 3 as of now. For weapons, I think it's still the Flatline. As of this last week, I've been using the Hemlock more, but I really do like the Flatline. It's very reminiscent, in my opinion, of an AK-47 from Call of Duty games or Battlefield games, or really any FPS that has an AK-47. It's got quite a bit of recoil comparatively, but it causes a lot of punch, a lot of damage. Then lastly, for boost, Well, most of you guys probably aren't going to like my answer, but in my opinion, it's still very powerful and, well, it's my favorite. It's Map Hack. I've been using Map Hack ever since I unlocked it, and yeah, I've really been sticking to Map Hack, and in my opinion, it's the strongest as of right now. Single and Sad says, Pro Team, soon? I still don't have an update. Jax and I have not discussed this at all. I don't know. We're still figuring it out. What's going to happen most likely is we're going to find someone else who already has experience leading pro teams and try to bring them on board, and then from that point they will sort of direct and do tryouts and stuff. So I don't know how involved Jax and I will personally be with the pro team, but we would like to do it. Just as I said, the two of us haven't conversed about it in like, well, since the game came out, we haven't discussed it. So as soon as we have an update, be sure to look out for the Titanfall Legends YouTube channel and also our social media, as we'll be sure to post our update whenever we have one. Ayush Jenny, do you think EA rushed the release of Titanfall 2 with it being so close to Battlefield 1 release that it lost some of its shine? Well, I have had quite a lot of thought about this, and I think that Titanfall 2 out of the gate would have performed a lot better in terms of sales than it has. Now, we still don't have any definitive sales numbers, but there are some estimates out there that I think are fairly reliable, and from what I've heard, the game is selling fine. It's doing well, but I think that its true potential could have been seen by a lot more, and, well, it could have been realized if it released in spring. I think would have been the optimal decision sometime in March. Like, the first game released in March. I think the second one, if it would have released somewhere around there, would have been the optimal time for this, but the release date was set and locked very early on, apparently, or at least quite a while ago. But I really do think the main motivation for releasing both Battlefield 1 then Titanfall 2 right before Call of Duty and, well, all around each other is so they can try to siphon sales away from Call of Duty. They first hit everybody with the biggest EA franchise, or in terms of FPS games, Battlefield 1, and then comes for the second punch with Titanfall 2. I think that's what they were trying to do, to, well, take away some people who would otherwise play Call of Duty. Now, I think this has worked to a certain extent. Infinite Warfare sales are down more. I think I saw it was like half of Black Ops 3 sales. I think it's working, but Titanfall 2 sales have definitely suffered because of this strategy, but I think the game is going to continue to grow over time. Online, I'm still seeing people say, wow, this looks really great. You know what? From all this online positivity and hype that I've been seeing around this game, I think I'm going to buy it. And as long as we keep promoting it and to continue to discuss the game, I think, well, people are just going to keep on buying it. Then finally from Twitter, we have Nevo at Infinity Gaming 2. Can you explode a cat? Well, I recently got a cat and haven't been successful yet. That's not... I don't know if I should leave that in there, to be honest. Heading over to the Titanfall Legends Facebook page. Abel Adin Martinez. Which is your favorite Titan? Mine is Ronin and its aggressive approach. Well, I do like Ronin quite a bit. I think I like playing as Ronin more than North Star, to be honest, just because of the shotgun, and also I really do like the phase dash. I guess I did answer this earlier, but it's definitely Scorch as of right now. But just wanted to read this guy's question anyways as well. Next up, we have Connor Joyce. What's your favorite tactical and why? Also answered that earlier, but still acknowledge it. Uriel Aiden Vasquez. Do you speak Spanish? I do not. I do have a friend, though, who does. Well, he's from Mexico. And, I mean, all his entire family speaks Spanish, so I've picked up a little bit. Mostly not great words are the ones I've remembered. But, yeah, well, okay, no, I mean, is the answer. I would like to learn more languages eventually. I mean, English is my first language. I am half First Nations. It would be kind of cool to learn my native tongue from that side of the family, but I never grew up around them, so I never really picked up that language. As I also am in Canada, it would be awesome to learn French. But Spanish is another one as well that I would enjoy learning. There really are quite a few languages I would eventually like to get to, and might try to start working on that within the next little while. But so no, I don't. But then he also asks, what is your favorite anti-Titan weapon? I think it's the Archer Rocket. It does return from Titanfall 1, which it was definitely my favorite there, and I think the same thing is true now. I really do like the lock-on. And that, yeah, it's definitely the main reason why. Matthew White, yo, how do you want the video submitted for plays of the week? Well, you just gotta send it to our email, tfltopplays@gmail.com. There's quite a few ways to do it on the consoles, both Xbox and PlayStation. I believe they're always recording, so you can, well, save the clips from there. And for Xbox, there's xboxdvr.com, where you can look at your clips, I believe is the way it works, and then send us the link. Just send it to the email. And PlayStation, I believe there's a similar system, but it's not too complicated. If you're on PC, there's a lot of free and quality video recording programs, most notably, or well, I guess they're not all free, but I mean, with NVIDIA cards, there comes Shadowplay, which I personally use to record PC. Then there's also OBS, which I use to live stream but not record, but OBS is very easy to use as well to record. Anyways, there's a whole bounty of ways. Just look online, and it is pretty straightforward to record in clips nowadays, and just send it to our email. Jesus Salvador asks, playstyle, safe on the ground, always aiming down the sight, or ballsy running on walls, shooting towards nades in your direction. Balls, well, I'm not gonna read the last part there, but anyways, well, you can kind of see my gameplay if you watch it. I guess I play unorthodoxly. I had someone point this out on my Titanfall 2 first impressions video, but I just kind of throw my grapple at awkward angles and just hope for the best, to be honest. And then from that point, I mean, well, it's not like it's totally random, but I'm really just kind of look for enemies no matter where they are. I really don't care. I don't like always stay on the outside of the map. I'll run in the middle quite a lot, and I guess I'm a fairly fast-paced player. If I do think I am in a fairly advantageous position, such as near the enemy spawn, I'll maybe hang out for a little bit to try to get some kills, but I'm usually on the move quite a lot. Giardo Ayala asks if I would like to play Titanfall 2 with him on Xbox for one of his videos. Well, I think I probably could do that, yes. Now that Titanfall 2 has been out for a little bit, I'm still working on a bunch of guides. We're just starting to roll those out over Titanfall Legends, which those take a lot of time, but I'm now finally going to be able to have more time to actually play the game, and because of that, I think I'll be able to play with you guys a lot more often, so I'm sure we could try to figure something out very soon. John Grant, which platform do you play? Titanfall PC, PS4, or Xbox One? I play on PC the most as of now. I have considered switching over to the PS4, as while rendering videos, it does, well, I'm not able to play the game itself, so it'd be awesome if I'm rendering like a couple of videos at once, or it's a bit of a longer one, use that time to play instead of just waiting around, not being able to play or work on more videos. So I may switch to the PS4, but as of right now, it is the PC. And I would like to try to hit Generation 15. I think by the end of the year, I'm definitely going to be spending a lot of the Christmas holidays, the couple of weeks that I have off playing. And it'll be fantastic. I don't know how realistic that is, but I mean, I did say at one point I would like to try to hit Max Gen on all platforms. But yeah, PC is where I'm at. But I will be getting an Xbox copy. Actually, I believe, well, today when this video is going up, I should be getting my Xbox copy finally today. Samuel Price, do you guys have an Xbox account? I do, it's Geardude0711. Then the final question for this video, Kyle Darian O'Brien, do you have a habit of singing "Turn around, bright eyes" every time you snap a neck in Titanfall? Cause I do. Well, actually, the answer is yes, I do that every time I snap a neck in Titanfall 2. And I've actually been given an eviction notice, as I do it too often. I'm a little bit too loud, I suppose. So thanks for reminding me of that. I've been trying to kick that habit, but Kyle, you're going to make me lose my home. I don't know where any of that came from. Kyle, thank you for your question, and thank you to everyone else for their questions. This has been a bit of a longer Q&A, but I like it. I mean, I had fun answering the questions. Once again, if you watching this have any questions for the next Q&A, which should be sometime early in December, please comment them down below, and I'll also be sure to make social media posts within a few days, or well, a few days before the next one. But with all that said, thank you all for continuing to watch my videos. I have been wanting to do daily, a little harder than I thought, but I'm still aiming for it, and I'm definitely trying my hardest. I'm definitely not slacking or just wasting time or anything like that. I am trying my hardest. But with all that said, thank you all for watching this. Have yourself an absolutely fantastic day. My name is Geardude, and goodbye.